The idea came in about 2011-2012 when the artist Raoul Speak contacted the bishop and had this idea of putting works of art into small local churches, and we talked about it and with the Darson Tourism Group, and eventually in 2012 the idea came to fruition. On the first occasion we just used 4 churches over 4 days just to see whether the idea would actually work. It was so well received that we've really gone on from there. The idea is that we are sort of trying to marry 2 strands together. We are engaging with local artists. Of course, artists have always come to this part of West Wales for a long time because of the landscape and the light. And we're trying to marry that with the idea that since the 5th century this has been a place of pilgrimage. So that idea of going from church to church has been here for a long time. So we have a very rich sacred landscape as well. So the idea is that we invite artists that indicate they want to be part of that to the churches, and they choose which church they're going to put their works of art into. And that's really a reflection of their interaction with the sacred space and the interaction of the environment around.
A good idea because the concept of a trail which took people by the hand and led them from church to church not only showed them the variety and the richness of the churches in the area, but it gave them the opportunity to see a variety of art on each visit, and since each church had its own character and the artists had their own character, it was a fresh experience with each visit.
It's paintings, it's people working wood carving, stone, working perhaps in glass. This year people working in ceramics and tapestry. So it's partly that, but the fact that everything in a way is different in the churches, so you're going to see something different. And we've had some more modern art as well. So it's that variety, and also I suppose the surprise of what the artists have given us that particular year.
I feel that a lot of the people visiting the churches are perhaps not going to be looking particularly for religious paintings, but maybe for places which have a religious feeling, or certainly have a spiritual feeling, and much of the landscape of Pembrokeshire is like that. It has its own heartbeat, and it has a resonance which is unique. And I think all of that becomes more obvious as you move from church to church, and therefore the person who visits 3 or 4 churches gets a very varied and rich experience. I think it's very important that we have a major show in the cathedral with work by as many of the artists who contribute to the other churches is vital. It's like the heart blood pumping around the system, and I think a lot of people start off by seeing work in the cathedral and then think, oh, this is good, I must go to Pembrokeshire, Salford or even up the Grand Valley to Pog Vane, which is a beautiful church.
The idea would be eventually to cover the whole diocese in a way by having smaller trails in different places. But as I said, it very much depends on the goodwill of the churches and the goodwill of the artists who do this, for nothing and are very happy to allow their work to be used in this way.